Hi everyone. Today we are just going to see how we can create a time-lapse animation of a particular climate event. And I think this particular one is for hurricane that happens within this time frame. The script was developed by Cushion Wu. So what I'm going to do is to just help you understand each line of code and how you can also create similar events with a particular area and then also zoom in for your own area of interest. And then the results will be something like this. The first thing you need to do is to just to import the EE. I think if you're already a geospatial analyst, you already know what this is. This line of code just imports the Earth Engine library, which allows users to access and analyze satellite imagery and geospatial data. So if you were working with the JavaScript API, then you would have been also able to access it. But for working with the Python's syntax, then you have to import the Earth Engine library. The second thing is a Gmap, which is also a Python package developed by Cushion Wu that also basically simplifies the use of Google Earth Engine, and then in a Python environment and also help you to create all forms of maps that you want. The next line of script is just to help you just center the point of the map to, I think, yeah, latitude 40 and then longitude -100, which is, I think, just at the center of US, and then you just zoom into 4. The map section does help you to display the map. The next line of code is to also, yeah, for example, if we wanted to use a bounding box or just a rectangle to draw our area of interest, then this line will basically help you to perform that particular task. But for this code, what it does is that it's just use the bounding box lat long or x minimum, x maximum, y minimum, y maximum values to just define the area. And once the area is defined, you also have to set the start date of the event and then the end date of the event. So this, I think, is hurricane, but if you want to display a certain data set or a certain event from this data set, then you have to use the correct time. And of course, you also have to be mindful of this and then the area of interest. The next thing after setting the start and dates is to also declare the data variable, and in this case we are taking the data from GOES 16. This is a geostationary weather satellite operated by NOAA, which mostly provides some form of weather data and environmental data just to help you understand some climate events that are happening. The scan, I think this also helps the time lapse, or just if you declare this as a full disk, it just make the timelines be generated for the full disk scan, which will capture the entire hemisphere or just a wide view of the Earth. And once you declare the scan variable, you also have to now specify the time lapse. And for this time lapse, we are going to use, we will just write a function. This function will help you to create the timeline, the time lapse with this set of variables. So the start date is what we already declared, the end date as well, the data, the scan, and then also the frames per second. And I think the frames per second is also responsible for the speed. You can increase or you can reduce it depending on your interest. The last important thing, for example, if you want the boundaries to show, then you can overlay, use the overlay data model, and then inside it, I don't know how many country boundaries are in, but this is specifically for US states. So if you want to visualize this for US states, then of course you can show how this is. And then once you are done, you just call the show image function on the GE map, and then you put in your time lapse which you have created here, and then you'll be able to have such results. Yeah, this looks really an easy way to visualize any climate event, so I thought that it would be nice to also change it for any kind of events that you want to visualize. I hope that you'll be able to manage this to create your own flow map, and I will also leave the link to the original source in the description, and then you can also follow it, and then yeah, perhaps there are also some useful resources there which you can use to also create similar maps like this. Thank you.